What's up, party people? We are back. We're back in action. I'm so excited about today. Why am I excited about today? Today, we're going to be talking about the wave once again. But, a couple of preliminary things. Something that's very important about every single work of art. And this one especially, before this is a painting, it's a bridge. And every painting is a bridge. They take us from where we are to somewhere we couldn't reach without it. For me, this bridge leads to recognition. One day, your bridges may lead somewhere else. And my hope is that you discover where that somewhere is. All right, so who am I? I am B.W. I am an artist of right out the box. And these are some of the ways that we create recognition. These are some of the bridges that we offer to the world at large. All right, I'm about to adjust my rig. Please forgive me. There's going to be some bumping and some shaking here. We're going to be going hot and heavy for 30 minutes. All right, there will be pauses. Oi, this is what my bridge looks like, mate. That's what my bridge looks like. It's almost there. We're getting there. Yes, we are. All right. But yeah, we're going to be locked in for the next 30 minutes. Painting together, maybe, potentially. Today's lesson is going to be a little bit different, And why is it going to be a little bit different? Well, because I learned some stuff yesterday. Let me see if I can cut the lights on. We're going to find out. Right now would be a great time to pause the video, though, in the event that you are painting with me and, waiting for, the instruction part. And I say that because one of the things that needs to happen is we're painting the waves. We're painting the waves, baby. So one of the things that you need to have when you paint water, especially water that's, what's it called? In a body of water, like a lake or an ocean or a sea. Pooled water. How about that? You're going to want wet paint. So yesterday's paint just won't do. It just won't. All right, here we go. Start from the bottom, work our way up to the top. We got this acronym, and this acronym serves, bro. It serves. All right, and what's that acronym? It is WAVE. What does it mean? W means wall. A means angle. V means variation. E means exciters. Can you see that? Boom. All right. So, but before we really worry about what the wave is, if I'm a level 1 artist, how do I depict that? Ooh. How do I depict that? Get a pop. Okay. I was talking about depicting things just a moment ago. I was talking about level 1 artists. Yeah, I'm back. I hit pause. I'm sorry. I was talking about level 1 artists, right? And to me, a level 1 artist is an artist that can use symbols to communicate, right? So if we're talking about a wave, we're going to use these 3 symbols to make a wave. Here it comes. Here we go. You got these 3 symbols up here to make waves. And what's kind of crazy is we're going to use those exact same objects. We're going to use those exact same things, even operating at a level 3. What's a level 3? Well, we got to talk about level 2 before we start talking about level 3. All right, so here we go. 5 minutes in. It's time to put some paint onto our canvas. All right, so where are we going to be working? We are going to be working in here. All right, because currently we've got like this very like harmonious, evenly leveled water body here. But then it's like we've got like this big volume increase over here on the painting. And it's just not, it's kind of unsettling. I can't leave it. So my point of attack is going to be here. It's going to start here. And it might just be a little bit of clarification that's going to help like break this wave and get it back to behaving correctly. So here we go. Level 2 artists. Well, we talked about level 1. So we're going to we're gonna upgrade ourselves to level 2. Or at least we're gonna try to.
Papa.
What's up, little one? It looks like you found the video.
But I want to play a game.
I'm gonna go play games. Play the game.
What
game do you want to play?
Can I still record?
Can you do what?
Still make film?
Not while you're playing the game. One or the other on that one. So which one do you want to do?
Make a video doing a game.
Make a video doing a game?
Mm-hmm.
You need screen record for that.
What screen record?
All right. Guess what?
What?
That's going to be your next assignment. You got to get with your brother to find screen record. Y'all going to work on that one together. Y'all can do a little bit of exploration, just a little bit. Bad dad. Okay, so one of the things that we're trying to establish is getting back on that same groove, on the same rhythm. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the wall first, or at least where I think the wall should go. But that ain't right. But is that, I don't know that it's that one's fault. I think it could be this one. Like this one is also messed up. I'm watching through the monitor. Here I go, painting over all my hard work. You know, one of the things that I know to be true about the work that I did here was that I was painting my reference. I had a photo reference, and I was painting the image of it. And man, let me tell you, you can do it that way. But it's challenging. And what we're doing here today, instead of painting an image, is we're learning the principle of water, and we're applying it freely. Say what? Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, so we still got some of that, like, some of that momentum that's coming from that big, from that body of water. We gotta like adjust the perspective. Like this perspective is flowing very naturally, right? It's beautiful. But I'm not getting the same effect. It's almost like I want after this rock, almost like I want the water to like behave slightly differently over here. Is it possible? Maybe. I'm not sure that it's really working in our favor there. Here, let's blue this up. All right, so let's talk about, in the meantime, because I got to do some exploring here, because I don't know what exactly, it's a perspective issue ultimately that's creating my grief right now. And I got to work that out. And perspective issues are level 3 issues. Oh my goodness, just making a mess. All right, level 2 is primarily observation, right? So level 1 is like the stuff that we have to do in order to build the brain of the artist. Can I paint a symbol that communicates water? You know, even if I've got to use color to do it. Can I make something that communicates water is what I'm talking about. You know, even by breaking those planes there, which is kind of not the right answer, but even in doing that, it helped reduce that effect that made it look like, hey, we're looking at the result of Moses splitting the Red Sea, but we're just like, you know, excuse me, we're just 5 miles away from that actual event. You know, I wish I could get like a line that just curves and flattens here. And maybe that's what I was missing. I done made so many walls. And that's okay. All right, awesome. So this is going to be, we're going to try something. We're going to start with this wall here. We made this thick blue line, right? But now we're going to add an angle. Man, it's kind of funny how old music can be more distracting than new music that you've never heard before. It's like old music I listen to and I start to analyze. New music I just accept. Like, you know, there it is. That's what I'm hearing. What am I bumping something on my rig? I might be too close. And then this song came out. I ain't never heard it before, but it's about to get skipped. Lord forgive me. Okay. We're just gonna, we're gonna make up our own rules with this particular angle. Which is, we're gonna play it off. And we may end up like splitting this wall into like 2 different, let's see. You know, I'm introducing this new concept about level of artistry, but let me be very careful here. I don't want to like create level bots amongst the artists that are watching this. Like, don't worry about that. Whatever level you're on is the level that you're on. Whether you're searching for easy paintings to draw in your free time or you know, it's all a process. Whether you're level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, even if you've made it to the coveted level 5, it's always a process to make it to the next level. There's another level after level 5? Yeah. And it's waiting for you to achieve it. It's waiting for you to discover it. Oh man, this one is rough on me. Okay, but hold on. This could be the turn right here. Kind of. We still kind of have the same volume problem. It popped back up on me. But I would say it's better. We've made improvements. Yeah. I'm probably going to cross some waves, some existing waves. But once again, I really don't care. And the reason I don't care is because I'm following a principle. I'm not. So like, if that was cool, if this was beautiful, then what's coming will also be cool and will also be beautiful, but it'll be informed from a different moment. That'll be the only difference between interesting. Man, time is just burning up, slipping away. What changed, the music or the music distribution? And why does it have to be one or the other? Okay. Are our walls in better agreement now than what they were when we started? How can we know for sure? Well, do we still have that same sensation like there was a large volume of water here? I don't have that sensation. I don't have that feeling, not nearly as much in this current moment. So I think that means that we can stop working on perspective, right? So level 2 is how do we draw a thing, right? And in this case, to draw this water, to draw this body of water, we do have to like work on perspective, right? Gotta love perspective. That stuff can be like the undoing of a human being. I've seen very smart people just like absolutely decompose because someone's asking them to draw or paint perspective. All right, cool. So level 3 talks about like how to combine things. Like you are an artist that knows how to combine things to communicate. You know, so like a level 2 artist would be able to paint just the body. They'd be able to paint a body of water and it'd be very convincing. A level 3 artist would be able to paint the body of water, but they'd also be able to like throw rocks into this water and depict the rocks being thrown into the water. Does that make sense? Did I say level 3 on that? No, my bad. A level 3 artist would be able to paint the body of water, but then also like put a chair in the body of water, and you'd believe that the chair is happening in the same space and the same time as the body of water. Okay, I'm much happier now with our perspective than I was at the beginning of this painting. We spent like 20 minutes just working on perspective, and it's like that sometimes. Oh, did you see yesterday's work? Check out yesterday's work. I should have started with that. Look at what them clouds turn into. First, we started off and all we had was the symbol of a cloud, right? That was that little guy. I'm gonna put him square in the middle. This little guy. That was the first cloud that we painted. But then we painted, we didn't paint, we painted the sky, right? And then the sky told us that a cloud needed to be there because of the atmosphere. And then we painted that. You know, I probably need to turn off the lights so you can see it, but that was just a recap on yesterday. Today we're painting the wave, so I'm not gonna cut off the lights so you can just stay tuned. You'll see this painting. I'll take a picture of it. Go see it on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, right? And that's where you can like see I recap the painting sessions on Instagram, and I just make, you know, it's like, do you want to spend 30 minutes with me painting? Do you just want the info? You just want the snapshot? Follow me on Instagram if you just want the snapshot. I'm gonna move that information to the front of tomorrow's video. Okay, enough of this. Enough. We get it. Maybe. Because I'm doing two things at once. I'm painting I'm painting the walls, and then I'm using the white to paint the angles. Right? Why am I using the white to paint the angles? Well, the white shows me the position of the wave in relation to the sun, and that's one of the ways that we get like the wave direction. This is a level 2 artist task. Okay, level 3 would be, hey, artist, please put a rock in the middle of the waves, and we need to believe that that is all happening at the same time. You know, you can combine things. Level 4 is going to be, hey, I can combine objects, and I also understand the relationship and reaction between the objects. Not only can I put them in the same space and time, I can make them interact with one another. All right. So that's me just doing, that was me skipping over to, what's it called? The E of the wave, creating some exciters. Just trying to make, I'm looking in my monitor and I'm trying to make some things make a little bit better sense. That I'm trying to work on my transitions. Okay. But here we go. We got about 5 minutes to go. So that means I got to start like doing my like closing preparations. So what are some of the things that we've talked about in today's painting lesson? We talked about the acronym WAVE. We talked about the expectations. It's kind of hard to do two things at once, and I'm like trying to do three things at once right now. All right, so we got this, oh my goodness, we got this wave, right? We got the wall, we got the angle, but now we got to make it make sense. All right, so this painting is very much so about the piece, right? This guy right here, or the whole serving the piece, because I mean, the rocks are great, but like finding our friend Mountain Jude over here is the most important part of this painting, and everything else in this painting serves that action, right? So with that being said, you know, does that mean that I should go in here and create the most magnificent wave that you've ever seen? Look at this wave. This wave right here about to be so incredible. Can you see it coming? Can you see it coming into fruition? All right, so I've got everything on the left side of this wave. Ooh, I'm putting a wave on top of a wave. Everything on the left side of this wave is reflecting the sun. Everything on the right of the wave is reflecting the sky. This is when you need that wet brush. You don't want dry paint describing wet objects. Okay, and I'm just taking that, and what I'm doing here, level 2 artist, I'm taking the angle and I'm running it all the way up to the edge of the wall of the subsequent wave. Oh my goodness, if that was too much, slow the video down, play it twice, because I don't know that I can say it any clearer than what I just said. I'm taking the angle of the current wave as close to the edge as I need to, or as I want to, of the following wave. Right? And this is what gives us like turbulence in the wave. All right. I'm just going to do it for a moment though. I was really just trying to prove a point. And like you know, within this angle, it doesn't have to be like singular in this angle. Like it can have variation within the angle. Okay. So here we go. We're at 29 minutes. Give me just a moment to think. I'm going to try to give you something poetic, thoughtful, inspirational. Okay. So I'm going to keep painting for the next 30 minutes, guys. At the end of that 30 minutes, I'm going to have a video almost ready to upload. I'm also going to have like a new image. Like this is going to progress, guys. It will. All right, but here we go. This is what I want to leave you with. I mean, oh Lord. So just bear with me, y'all. 30 minutes. It's about to be 35 by the end of this one. All right, so today we painted waves. And at first glance, waves seem like a strange thing to study. They're never still, right? You can't hold one. And by the time you've painted it, the real one has already become another. And maybe that's why they're such like a good subject to work. This morning we talked about levels. And not because one, okay. This morning we talked about levels. Not because one artist is worth more than another. That's not a thing. But because every artist stands somewhere on the mountain. A level 1 artist isn't behind. A level 5 artist isn't finished. They're simply looking at the same wave from different elevations. Growth doesn't happen by skipping levels, y'all. It happens by honoring the one beneath your feet. A beginner learns to draw the shape. Another learns the light. Another learns the movement. Another understands the structure. And eventually someone realizes that they were never just painting water. I'll let that one resonate. They were learning how to see. And one day, you'll discover what your paintings are bridges toward. Mine happen to lead toward recognition. Yours may lead somewhere entirely different. That's not only okay, that's the point. An artist's greatest responsibility isn't to paint someone else's destination, it's to faithfully walk toward their own. So leave today with this thought. The wave doesn't apologize for beginning again. It simply returns to the shore over and over, shaped by a force deeper than itself. And may your growth look the same. I will see you all. Probably on Monday. Look, man, it's the weekend. I gotta go spend some time with these rugrats that are in here pleading for my time. I hear them. I'm about to go spend that time with them. I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna spend a little more time with myself. But I am gonna go be with my kids. All right, so probably Monday that I'll be back. Till then, y'all be good.